Hi, everybody. So today I'm joining Keya for an exceptional interview. Keya is one of the most famous BriBooks author. She initially wrote her first book a year ago called Dancing on My Wheels. That became international success. Keya became a massive celebrity, been on every possible talk show you can think of, and sold thousands of copies. And last month, on her 13th birthday, she published "I Am Possible," her second book, and she's truly a remarkable young woman that changes the world with her words and with her art. So enjoy the show. Hi, Keya. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So, the other day I had the pleasure of attending your reading of your new book, I
Yes,
Am
and we had
Possible.
the pleasure to having you there once again.
So, I want to hear a little bit about your book, but more than that, I really want to have a discussion with you about how children can change the world. So that will be the real discussion. But tell me a little bit about I Am Possible before we go forward.
Okay, so last year I wrote my first book, Dancing on My Wheels, when I was recovering from my major spine correction surgery. And many people got inspired and bought my book, who also shared it with others. And after winning the National Best-Selling Award, a few corporates started reaching out and saying that they would like to help our SMA community by raising awareness and also funds for our SMA treatment. A little about SMA that I would like to say is spinal muscular atrophy is a rare genetic disease that affects the major neurons responsible for muscle movement. As the neurons die, the muscles weaken and or atrophy and they eventually start wasting away. So the event that inspired me to write Am Possible is the India Inclusion Summit that we were invited to in November last year. There were many people who gathered, be it who were differently abled or those without any disabilities. And everyone had amazing talents and stories to share. Also, I was inspired after reading up about Stephen Hawking, and I was inspired to know how he lived a life full of possibilities despite his condition called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And I realized that if his journey could inspire me, then my journey could inspire another too. And I would also like to share that this year we are gifting a copy of my book and a calendar with my artwork. I've also sent one to the Gurega office in India. So
I
when
already, I
you
already got it. I got a picture. It's
yes,
waiting for me.
yes. We have also collaborated with other artists and those even without SMA. So this is a small thing that can help create awareness and also support us in little things that are needed for SMA, like spine surgery or uh, therapy equipments.
Mhm.
And yeah,
I do want to tell our audience because, like, I know you very well, but some people don't know you. So first of all, you're only 13-year-old, right? Like your
yes,
second book was released on your 13th birthday. Because when you listen to you, people listen to you, and you hear the way you describe the medical conditions. You seems to be much older. So no, you're only 13. You're a teenager, but very very young teenager, right? And also the Dancing on My Wheels. It's a book that became like a phenomenon. Like I know you were invited to many talk shows and many TV
yes,
shows and public readings. I attended some of them, and I know you helped raise a lot of money, like for yourself. So you became like a real celebrity, right? You're like kind of a mega celebrity in India. How does it feel to be a
not
celebrity?
really. I really just want to help as many people as possible in our SMA community, and it always starts with one person who's trying to make the changes, and then everyone starts supporting, and that's what my plan is to do.
Oh, so you're leading me perfectly into my first question. We know that change always starts with one person, right? Like one person needs to decide to do something, like to write a book or to go to a dance on a wheelchair or whatever, right? But I think one of the hardest, and I'm talking about adults, I know a lot of adults that struggle with making the first move. So how do you do that? Like, what advice can you give young people and adults about, like, if they see something that they believe in, how to make the first step to realize it?
So I think that a person should always start off with uh, keeping the topic in mind that they really want to help. And you see, all of this really needs support from family and friends. And for me, I got a lot of support from my family, especially my mom. So my mom guided me on many things. And uh, after writing my book, I was able to uh, help more people. So one advice that everyone should take is that um, please believe in your possible, and that's the same thing that you should apply while trying to help others and
Oh,
make them.
okay, so I want to talk about it because this is really good advice. So what you're saying, first of all, in order to do something that you believe in, you need somebody that believes in you, right? Now, I know your mom. Your mom is like truly a super mom, superwoman. Like I can write a book about your mom, but your mom believed in you and she gave you the support and the help. So you're saying to adults, let's say if I want to advise somebody, this person is very old, right? They're like, my age, they're 50. And you come like, Ami, do you want to do something? So A, do something you believe in. And B, you need one person that will believe in what you want to do and to be part of your journey, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so so let's go step by step. So A, you clearly believe in your mission, right? Then you have a super mom that says, I'm going to support it and I will make things possible. And then you start you choose one activity, right? Which was like writing a book, right? Now, most of the people that I know that they write a book, again, young adults, they write a book and they say to their families and a few close friends, hey, I wrote a book. Do you want to read it and buy it? But they stop there. But you did something else. You did much more than that. Tell me, what did you do and why did you do it?
So my first step is to always write a book that means a lot to people, and people get inspired from it. So see, if your book is not having the ability to inspire someone, then there is not there's not a lot of point in uh, making people buy it, because if they don't like the book, then they won't share it with others. So my first aim is to uh, make my book inspiration, and it should have a really good message to share with people. And once a person starts liking it, they start sharing it with many others. And then when I was in National Young Authors Fair in March last year, there were people who bought many books and shared it in schools and um, birthday parties. And I was really moved by that, because they like this story so much that they had to share it with others. So, yes, I think that a person should make their book inspirational, and it should carry a really good and strong message.
So the story needs to be good, right? And inspiring, right? And but you did more, because you, like, I remember the speech that you gave at the National Young Author Fair. And even before that, I remember attending your public reading. It was on Zoom, right? You had, I don't know, maybe 100, 200 people. You didn't just come and read, like, you prepared for this. You read it like you've been reading your books all your life, right? So So where is the motivation to actually get ready and being so good in reading? And same thing for the Young Author Fair. It's not that you came to the stage and you rolled with your wheelchair and you said thank you and you went back. You went on the stage and you gave a very inspiring, people can find it on YouTube, you gave a very inspiring speech. I'm sure you prepared for it. It isn't like you didn't just say it, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of hard work in what you're doing. Like, it's not
Yes.
easy, right? So the willingness, the motivation to work so hard, and I'm asking because a lot of people, including adults, struggle with that. What is like the secret sauce to work so hard on your public reading? And even the way we talk now, there is like you have like a slogan of "I'm possible" behind you. Everything is, you're taking it to the highest professional level, and you're 13. Like, where is it coming from?
It really, see, as I'm a person who has SMA, I understand the struggles of other people who also are with SMA, and as my main goal is to help the SMA community, I always try my best in whatever I'm doing, and I know that if I can do like if I do my book reading and I take it to another level and I do it really good and it impacts people, then I know that I'm achieving my goal in another step, which is helping our SMA community. So uh, the one thing that motivates me is my mom and all the people from my SMA community and their stories.
I will tell our audience something. You're talking about the SME community, but your impact goes way beyond the SME community.
Yes.
Way beyond. It goes way beyond India. Like, you are a young woman that that is struggling with SME, but on the same time you are inspiring people, healthy people, old people, young people, etc. What I find amazing about you is your determination to change. Like, it's very easy to say, oh, there's nothing I can do about it, but you're not. Like, you're like, no matter how hard you need to work, you're fully into it. And I'm just like, when you wake up in the morning, are you always like this? Are you always like, I'm gonna take over the world? Or sometimes you're like, Mom, I'm tired, I don't want to do anything today?
No, I think I wake up every morning with a goal that I keep the previous day, and I always try and achieve it, and I'm always full of energy when I wake up.
Well, again, I highly recommend seeing your speech at the award ceremony, because it was remarkable. So I want to go and like to motivate other people around the world. Like, a lot of us have something we care about, right? For you, it's SME. Maybe I care about another subject, right? And you're saying, okay, I will start with something creative. I'll write a book. So you go to BriBooks, you write a book, then you do a full commercial journey. You do public reading, you go to bookstores, libraries, TV shows, and you do all that, and you talk about it. And then you probably have more business experience than most adults because of that. But then you don't stop and you go, no, I'm going to write a second book on my birthday. And I'm going to launch it, and I'm going to collect everything that I knew before, and I'm going to do it even better now, commercially and all that. And I really find it amazing. Is it because you find book writing as the ultimate way for you? Because you told me also about your artwork, about like the painting. So do you find that using art, verbal and words, and painting, is it like the right way for you to achieve your goals?
I think that when a person writes a book, there's a possibility that a person doesn't have to stop. Like they can keep going, and uh, they can share, like there's a big range of writing. So I think that writing is a really good way of sharing with others. And this time what I did was I combined both my artwork and my book writing skills. So if you see in my book, I have my artwork embedded in the slides of the pages. So this time I worked on both, and yeah.
Mhm. And so taking it forward, I'm sure the book now will you do a lot of readings and you'll promote it, and all that. Um, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like you achieved so much for a 13-year-old. What is, like, not a dream? I'm asking like something tangible. Like, if you imagine yourself like in, normally when we ask people about their old, they grow up, we ask about their 30s. I'm asking about 18. What is, like, what do you do? What do you want to do in the next 5 years? And why?
I think in the next 5 years, I want to train myself to become an IAS officer. And I really think that in that profession, that profession helps in creating changes in many places. And uh, it's like a place where not only communities will listen, but you can connect with even the government and authorities and help and make those changes. Like, if, for example, if there's a ramp needed in a place, like if a normal person had to tell anyone, like that place is the person who is taking management of a certain place, and if she or he tells that person to please make a small ramp so that older people or people on wheelchairs, it helps them, that person not everyone will listen to. But if there's a person who has a much higher respect level, and a person who can actually make the change, if that person tells the management manager of that certain place to please make a ramp, then the person will actually listen and they can start working together. So I really want to become an IS officer.
My oldest daughter is 18, and she's working with people with disabilities, not children. She takes them sailing, so they go on boats and they sail. And as part of her training, they had to be one day, full day, in a wheelchair. So they went to a city and they just had to, like, you have to go to the toilets in the wheelchair, like everything in a wheelchair. So for them to see what people like me, that I don't see, because, like, if there's a little step, I could just jump over it, right? And I think, I assume, Keya, that I remember that you were excited to meet me last year.
Yes.
I think that, like, in 20 years, I will be I said I'll be able to say that I know you, because I will not be surprised if you will be, like, I don't know, like a prime minister or minister of health or something like this, because your motivation is truly inspiring. And I've seen it. I've seen it with so many people from all around the world that saw you, that read you. So I'm just like, aim very, very high. Please aim to be a prime minister, the prime minister of India. I think this is a good goal for somebody like you. Nothing
Yes, it
else.
is.
So anyway, thank you again. I highly recommend. Please go and buy I Am Possible. It's available on BriBooks. Just go the letter I, the letter M, and Possible. You can just Google it online or just go into BriBooks and find it. Please buy it, and please read it, and please share it with your friends, because it is amazing. Written by the amazing Keya. And Keya, I'm pretty sure we're gonna meet soon again in
Yes,
whatever
sweet.
award ceremony. So until then, thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you. And I would also like to tell everyone that those who wish to read up about me and my journey, and those who also want to see that what we are doing, like we have a few initiatives that we are working on right now, they can go to www.realfightsma.in. It is a website where everything is written. And I would also like to share a calendar, the a copy of the calendar. So
Please. Uh-huh. Do you want to open it and flip it, or just to show it like this, or is it closed? It's okay, like whatever you want. I will. Oh, I see it. Wow.
so in our calendar we have like a small um, picture that we are doing. Like we have started working on a small thing that we uh, planned, is that like people who want to gift maybe cushion covers or coffee mugs or t-shirts, they can always contact us, and they can select any one of our artworks, and they can have it printed, and then it has a message that this artwork has been done by a person who has a special ability. And yes, and on the other side of the calendar a person can also read about the artist.
Oh, wow. 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 Amazing. You're becoming a little empire. Uh, and by the way, just also for your audience, if they didn't notice, there is like a WhatsApp number, and 910-805-2332. That's in India. So
Yes.
if you're calling, if you're reaching out also from outside India, so you can always contact on the WhatsApp number for the calendar, for the book, for private readings, for inviting you to TV shows. That's the way to find you and your mom, I guess, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you so much, and thank you for your mom. I'm sure she's around there, so hi. Love you both.
thank you so much.
Bye.